AITA for telling this man that my world doesn't revolve around him. For context, I, 23F, often go out with my sister, with whom we take numerous photos all dressed up and looking everything but our normal selves. I sometimes post these pictures to my WhatsApp status and my friends will screenshot and repost them on their status. Obviously, out of these postings they try to play matchmaker for me. I have been single and content, so I'm in no rush to get the action going. One of my friends posted the picture and a friend of hers wanted to know me. She informed me and quickly forwarded him my number. I'll call the man Colin. He's 38M and he's built in a way I like, tall and on the heavier side and dark, so I was game and curious. Colin didn't waste time, he would text me, and also fixed a first date where we would meet. I arrived a bit late and he started complaining about how late I was, even though I had told him of this likelihood since the traffic on our roads is always insane. I kept quiet and listened to him talk and push seats until we were next to each other. My sister and I always have rules that going on a date, always order what you can afford and inform at least 4 people where you are going. So at the date I ordered beef tacos with fries and he kept going on about how he can buy me all the food in the world and that I should not worry about eating more. I respectfully declined the offer since I don't trust people that much. At one point he excused himself, came back and told me how a lot of women usually are scared of his appearance, and then proceeded to tell me how some women are obsessed with his height. I simply kept nodding and told him I had nothing to be scared of, since as it is I'm not a small lady myself, since I'm 5'9" myself, and I go, besides you have not given me a reason to get scared. He simply said not yet. I then asked if he was married, at which point he simply laughed it off and tried to change conversation, kept looking at all the women about. The date for me had been okay and he was trying to persuade me to stay, which I politely declined since it was getting late and the area in which I reside in has a lot of traffic. He ordered me an Uber and subsequently paid. I thanked him and left. He called me to ask how I was, and from then on we would talk via WhatsApp, texts and calls since I'm still in school. Occasionally, he would hint about how money is all young girls want and how it was easy to get any girl if you had money. Now I do love money, but I have been blessed with a mom who sends me enough money. I own a business and as such I usually never worry about money, so I just told him not everyone is in it for your money. He sent me money occasionally of $7, $8 and $13 respectively on 3 occasions, which I didn't know since my mobile money account always has money on it, and as such he complained that I was ungrateful and alleged he had sent me $100 on Valentine's Day, which I told him I hadn't received, corroborated with an account statement, but he still called me a liar. He said I should be grateful for all he had done for me, and at this point I was getting paranoid and asked him what it was. I would call him when I was sick only for comfort, and he would be off for 2 days and come back asking when we could meet up. He couldn't say but kept on saying I was lying. I sent him back his money, furious at this point. He then texted me calling me names saying he could have done better for me, but I'm so ungrateful and that he doesn't need his money back. I told him to have some respect for himself and stop texting me because I have a life and my world doesn't revolve around him and what he thinks of me. I never asked for his money and as such I could care less to whom he gives it. He texted my matchmaker friend and I don't know exactly what he told her, but she's saying she's disappointed in me for treating her friend the way I did. Now I want to know, did I overreact or